Hello, Chris.
Hello, Benny.
Thank you for coming on my podcast.
Thank you for having me on the podcast. I've been looking forward to it.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to this too, man.
So, in anticipation for this special occasion, I did tell you that I brought us a nice special bottle. Had to break out the nice glasses for it.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. What you got?
I figured two boys like us
Oh my God.
need to bond over a good old
Incredible.
swig of soy milk.
This is a great time for me to announce that I'm actually mildly allergic to soy, so let's fucking do this.
Beautiful. All right. This is an unexpected development.
Goods.
Also, just probably good to say, you are not sponsored, to my knowledge, by Silk soy milk.
We are now, actually.
It's probably pending after this. Silk is going to watch this and say, this is the kind of quality that we want to be associated with. These two human beings.
Yeah,
these
two
boys. Is
the representative of our brands.
These two boys.
These soy boys right here.
These boys.
Boys of soy.
Represent the soy.
Especially when I'm like on the ground, like, at the ends, they're going to be like, this is really what's going to sell this product.
I'll do like a little pulp fiction on you, you just...
Yeah. Just give me right in the heart.
Slam that shit.
Is that where epinephrine goes? In the heart?
Slam that soy. Oh, no, they got like a little...
yeah, you got a sealed for freshness, man.
I'm not an experienced soy drinker. They got like a little seal on here. Oh, check that out. This little pull tab. So, get that soy poured up. Here you go.
Yeah, you gonna soy me? All right. Oh, yeah.
Not too much.
Well, it's like a little more than that, man. I'll be all right.
You're gonna be all right?
I'll be all right. Like I said, it's mild.
Mild. Okay.
You won't see the
I don't know what
effects.
mild represents.
It's true, especially with me. But you can keep pouring.
Now, can you show someone dying on the podcast?
They don't say anything about that. I guess it becomes a snuff film.
Well, actually, no, because they had who was it, Jake Paul or whoever had the dude in Japan when he was in the forest, and he's like, dude, check it out. We found a hanging guy.
Did they actually show him dead?
Yeah, he showed him dead, but he blurred out the body. But you could still very clearly see, this poor soul who went out to the Japanese woods.
Like his feet kind of hanging or something like that.
Well, they didn't do like a black bar. They did like, a little pixel blur on there. So you could still make out the identifiable shape of this gentleman who was decided to end it.
Whatever happens, but I think that's where we're within the rules as long as it's not a graphic death. If I just kind of slowly
you'd be out of shot probably. So
yeah, that's true. Actually, I just have to.
You might just see
if I start to look a little questionable, just kind of kick me out of shot, and we'll be all right. And you can do a reaction video to my death, and this. We're like, wow, he's stopped twitching, and it give me a little kick,
So what was going through my head here is maybe if I kick Benny hard enough, I could displace him over to the bathroom.
It's like, guys,
gotta save the sponsorship.
Rigor mortis setting in. Right?
We gotta save the Silk. In fact, I think we're gonna put this right here as a reminder. Look at that
from behind.
Well,
sponsored by Silk.
Cheers to the podcast. Cheers to you, Benny Big Talk, and cheers to Silk Milk.
I'll drink to that. Wow, that is silky.
That is silky. Right, yeah. Now I have a confession to make. I've never had soy-based anything. I think in my life. This is the first time I have ever tasted soy milk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That's.
You just emanated the soy from
I didn't take this out of my fridge and bring it here.
You never needed to supplement your soy before. It came naturally. And it's also your first time in a podcast, right?
Yeah. This is my inaugural podcast. It's an evening of firsts.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is an evening of firsts here.
And the first of many firsts this evening. So we'll see where the evening takes us.
Yeah, it's a long night ahead,
Mm-hmm. Well, not too long. It's a school night.
It is. Yeah.
Well, it's a party night, and so we got a party tomorrow. So we do have
a party tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Be a very fun party. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be good.
Be eating good. Be having fun.
Mm-hmm. As always.
Yeah.
Ain't no party like a Markham party, man.
No, yeah, the Markham parties truly are a different level.
Yeah. We got standards to maintain, man.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what you'll do with the place.
Yeah, take it. All right. Well, here we are. This is your first time on. Just for the people here who don't know me or Chris, Chris has been my best friend for 15 years now, half my life. And this is also, I'm starting the best man speech I gave him a couple weeks ago again. And Chris was also my best man last year, and really helped make my wedding happen in Vegas with the real Elvis Presley. Chris has kind of been through it all with me, and up until this point, we haven't really like disagreed on anything. I don't think we've ever had like a fight.
Nothing that would be anything substantial. It would be more just, like, wow, you're being really annoying. I'll see you on Rainbow Six tomorrow at the same time. Pretty much.
We usually get over it quick, but
yeah,
tell me
it's nothing sustained.
Well, what is the most? Knowing me for 15 years, what do you hate about me the most?
Well, there's nothing to hate. I wouldn't be best friends with you for 15 years if I hated things about
podcast. Don't lie on my podcast.
There's nothing to lie about. What is there to lie about? There's nothing to hate about Benny. Yeah,
being a little silky right now.
Benny being my, my best man as well. He's a good human being. He's a guy that I can rely on.
He's performing.
He's a human
right
being
now,
that I can trust. Yeah, I guess I actually have the board behind the camera.
He's playing to the camera right now.
No, but I think you and I have gotten along over the years for 15 years. Very, very well. We're usually pretty in sync with most of what we think. We have minor disagreements, but it just comes down to like, man, you really liked that French movie about that one girl Amelie way too much, and I was like, boy, that's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wow. Okay, so we're going there. Okay, so you don't appreciate art.
Would you call that art? Would you call that like an art house movie?
Not an art house movie, but it's
you
art.
Wouldn't call that, it's
not art house.
I don't know what you would call it because it was so terrible. It was so terrible that it defied.
You just don't like anything quirky. You don't like anything that's a little twee. Maybe you didn't think it like represented the real France or something. But I think it was a beautiful little exploration of a lonely woman's kind of journey, to finding herself, in France.
What did she find by the end of the movie, though? What did she discover? What was the character arc that she had other than laughing at her boyfriend?
That's when they hit too close to it.
Yeah, when they first consummated the relationship.
The whole reason you hate the movie is because that hit a little too close to home to you, didn't it?
So you shouldn't have laughed at me our first time.
But here we are.
Yeah, so.
Still laughing.
But there you go. That's the majority of our arguments right there. We probably could have just spent another 30 minutes arguing about
if we didn't argue when we had sex, we would never argue, honestly.
Yeah, could be.
You ever think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had to do a lot of probably damage control since the wedding. So at my wedding, because of course being best man, Benny and one of our other friends did a speech. And at my wedding, both of them insinuated that they were wishing that they got married to me instead of me getting married to my wife. So that was... Yeah. that was a moment in front of family and coworkers that, it was like, haha, that's kind of funny the first time. And then the second time somebody said it, I was like, they're probably wondering a little bit. They're probably thinking something's going on here.
That's what I found out is that most people don't do that.
No.
Most people don't do like, kind of gay jokes amongst bros, kind of thing. I thought it was something that everyone did, and it's not like an anti-gay thing. It's just like we love each other so much, in a platonic way, and so it's like just imagine that it's more than a platonic thing. It's just beautiful.
Well, what's a more beautiful friendship than just finding a bro and spending every moment with them?
Yeah,
the rest of your life
and
until
hugging
you
them,
die.
and
hugging them and kissing them, and when they're down, just really being that wall for
making them breakfast in bed.
Yeah, massaging their back when they're sore. You have a long day. You got to take care of your bro.
Yeah,
and honestly, I think that's a beautiful thing.
I think Aristotle would agree.
Yeah,
So I mean, if people don't understand, that's a them problem. So that's why I profess my love to you in my best man speech. And Charlie, of course, stole my thunder on that one a little bit beforehand. I'm not mad about that.
Now I think, I'm
not mad.
Really, if you guys, both are wishing it was you, it just makes you think maybe rather than just it being meant that two bros, spend their life together, maybe it should just be a polyamorous bro situation. Maybe you should just get the boys.
I mean,
and spend every day just with the boys.
Do you think that monogamy is just like a thing of the past amongst bros?
amongst bro. You don't think there's room for bronogamy anymore?
I think if that's what they choose. I think that's you have a right to choose whether you want a monogamous or a polygamous relationship.
I think it's tough because we have been in these friendships with our core gang members for so long. It makes me wonder when people get into kind of these early adult life stages. Like where we're kind of all right. We're in the 9 to 5 life, have our own places or establishing lives, getting married, having families.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me wonder, do people in these more adult settings make, one new friend at a time, and then, they're relying, okay, this is my coworker that I met in my 40s, or I met my best friend through a work gathering.
You mean like what is it like to kind of go through adulthood without this massive group of friends?
Yeah, without having people that you've known since high school at the earliest. Do you get more people who are like, I have one bro to rely on, as opposed to like, well, I got.
Well, I know it's desperate out there. I know a lot of people are like, I can't find friends, because our generation was so fucked up by, being raised in the internet. And so their social skills are not there. Yeah. And so people don't go out to, bars or do social things that would allow them to meet people, things like that. I mean, people do, but less so than before.
Yeah, I mean, all the traditional avenues are gone. You don't meet people at church anymore. You don't meet people really at the bars anymore. At least not in like a serious relationship setting. It's not what the undertone of those places are anymore.
Yeah, so you meet people at work, and I have found some good relationships with people at work. They usually fade. Like, like once you stop seeing them every day, you realize what you had in common was you used to bitch about the bosses together. I mean, you had that. It's like you're in the trenches with someone day to day, and you have that in common. But once you leave the trenches, it's like you just don't really. Maybe you have some sort of bond, but it slips away. So work friends, they kind of come and go.
Yeah, it's kind of a product of the environment. It's like you're saying, going through the trenches. It's like the troops in Vietnam when they're up there.
It's just like Vietnam,
they're
actually.
shooting up junk, and then they get home, and it's like, well, the environment's gone. I don't need to do that anymore. It's the same thing with your work.
What does anything have to do with Vietnam, Chris?
Well, my buddies died face down in the muck. You're going to drag them through that.
All right. I want to have a side point to all my work friends who might be watching this. I don't consider you to be transient work friends. That's why I still talk to you. All right. So I love y'all. All right. Especially you. You know you are.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. So it's tough, because we have a friend group that has 20, 25 people in it. It's just insane, and that is pretty rare. And so we try and protect that. But yeah, we would be a little screwed if we didn't have any, if we have any friends. I don't know, but because I wonder if there's like a Tinder thing, but for friends.
They got those like they got like the social club things, but I feel like there's always an undertone of whenever you see like the social clubs, there's always an undertone of either meeting people or they're like weirdly hobby specific where like you have to hope you really have a passionate hobby. Like, oh, should I join like a car club or join a golf league or something like that? But then you kind of find yourself in that situation of what if you don't have anything to talk about with this human being besides whatever your interest is?
Yeah. I'm going to grab this kitty right here. It's a nice fucking kitty right there.
That. Oh.
I'm just going to do it like this. All right. So this is Georgia, by the way, everyone. Also known as Two Thumbs Johnson. So named for her thumbs, which I don't know if you can see them, but you see that shit? Wait, there you go. You can see it. She got mittens.
Yeah.
And she's a cutie pie.
Little hamburger helper glove hands.
Yeah. And she also, she actually has a tapeworm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so we're taking her in.
To...
It's through their water.
Really?
It's like a little worm that's like the larva that gets in water sometimes. So and cats transmit it pretty easily. So, but we're gonna give her some deworming medicine. The kind that's Joe Rogan takes, and is
that the kind that was it the actual cure for COVID?
Actually, officially, no. The only cure for COVID is the COVID vaccine.
Oh, okay.
We've also just become demonetized.
We're also sponsored by the COVID vaccine. Sponsored by the COVID vaccine and
sponsored by Pfizer, everybody, and soy.
Those are our two favorite things: booster shots and soy.
I'm a little late for my booster, guys. I should probably get up on that.
Yeah.
George is a little late for a booster too.
Could have got the tapeworm booster.
Yeah. So yeah, I was off for a month, which allowed me to raise our new puppy, which is nice. But yeah,
puppy. That's I love that dog.
Something, isn't
yeah,
he?
That is a handsome dog.
He's a handsome and he's a handful too. He's a lot, and we love him to death. But man, my favorite thing to mention is how it's significantly harder to raise a puppy than it is to raise a child. And,
I can see it.
All parents are just whining
yeah.
When they say that, but they have no idea the difficulty of raising a puppy in this world, especially in this economy.
Well, the expenses of owning a puppy. It's got to be higher than a baby. I mean, baby. What does a baby really need? That you food, just get some reusable diapers. Throw them in the washing machine.
Yeah, they can get student loans. They don't need college.
Yeah.
So
they're
not going to learn anything there anyways. But the puppy needs toys, pee pads. All right.
He eats like crazy.
He eats a lot of food. Bro eats like 3 cups of food a day, man. That's more than
you got to get accessories too. You got to get like the little bandanas and stuff like that. That's probably adds up quick.
I had to get a lot of bandanas, a lot of leashes. I had to get a doormat that is a replica of an ancient Roman. Do you know have you seen that before?
No, I haven't seen what it's based off of, but I did see your beautiful doormat.
Thank you. It's so in one of the villas in Pompeii at the entrance, there's a mosaic of a dog, and it says "Cave Canem," which means "Beware of the dog." And it's in Latin. Awesome. It's awesome, yeah. And then he looks just like the dog that's in it, and so I was like, I have to get this man.
I almost think you should rename the dog to something kind of like Roman at this point. Yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, believe me, I wanted to. But our first child is going to be named August after Emperor Augustus. So
you're not going to name him Biggest?
Shit, that's a good one. I already have a very great friend in Rome with that name, though. So No, I like. Oh, there's another cat coming. I don't know if you can see him in the shot, but I like.
Can I get a cat on me? Can we double up the cats here?
Yeah, she comes. Yeah.
I'm gonna go scowl on her face though.
No, she came to me. You gotta do it.
Oh,
that's just her face, man.
She's busy licking.
It's just her face. You want this one?
I wouldn't take that away from you. Look how comfortable.
Yeah, she would sit here all day, but here, you take it. She'll love you.
But you were saying though, we kind of got a little sidetrack on there. The employment life. How's it feel to be back in the reins of society?
I mean, I feel validated. I feel like my purpose is back because, as you know, as an American, if you don't have a job, you are trash, and you should be swept away.
Did you feel that? Like
I did feel that.
Window? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it cool for like a couple of weeks and then it became stressful, or was it like the whole time?
It was never cool. I hated every single second of it.
It was just constant. There was not even like an underlying like, well, at least I have like some semblance of freedom.
Well, I was like, I had to get back into it. I couldn't just rest. And so I was just anxious because, it's tough to find jobs. And we've had friends who have gone a long time. And I could not be that guy, man. And I told Megan right after, because she was like, we should probably go to Walmart now. And I'm like, girl, I'm not a Walmart guy, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a
Shaquille O'Neal dude. If I'm making millions, I'll still be at Walmart. I love Walmart.
So I eat all produce, and the produce at Walmart just ain't there, man. No, it ain't there. I don't eat anything else. I mean, everything I eat is fresh because I just, my body is dumb and it needs it, But yeah, I mean, if I just get regular shit, Walmart's fine, But like, I have to get like healthy foods or I'm gonna die. So
I can't say I've had issue with Walmart, but I guess I have probably less dietary restrictions / needs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also just a pretentious asshole, so there's that, I mean, there's an aspect
could be an
of
element.
It's an element of it, but yeah. But anyway,
well, I guess I feel the same way about like Aldi. Like I can't stand Aldi. You couldn't pay me to shop at Aldi. I hate Aldi.
Aldi was like a step below. That was insane.
Aldi is truly they've supposedly kind of revamped themselves a little bit since I've last been there. Like I feel like they've kind of tried to rebrand and remarket themselves.
How could they do that? Do they still make you fucking pay
probably
for
put a quarter in for a card or something? Pay 10 cents for a bag or something like that. I don't know.
They get like $10 for the card.
They get like the food looks similar to what you see if you go to like Dollar General and you poke around in their frozen food section.
Oh, we got 2 kitties in the shop, man.
Both in the
That's a shot right there, man. Yeah,
that's it.
I got the whole menagerie right here, man. Yeah, I like the quality of the food at Aldi.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah. And
I couldn't tell you what I bought there in its fullest, but I remember I got like some I got some hot dogs, which inherently, not an amazing food, but you kind of know what to expect with a hot dog. It's just going to taste like processed meat. And I got like some kind of frozen meal and some frozen vegetables, and all of it tasted just inhuman. Like I felt like every single one of those things was ingesting me with, poison.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how they're saving money, but whatever they do is not worth it because the food quality just isn't there.
You know what you would not see at Aldi? You would not see Silk soy milk at Aldi.
Quality stuff like this, man.
Yeah. They don't have quality products like Silk.
You'd probably see like, linen, like off brands, some bullshit like that, but not this silky smooth. Let's hit the gong one more time for Silk.
Yeah.
Let's get some stuff. So, yeah.
So how are you feeling with the Silk? Is it, you doing all right?
It's okay. I usually last for a little while before things start to get interesting, but so far I'm processing it. We're in the clear. I don't think this is going to be a snuff film, but it's going to be a short episode. Actually, we're going to be packing it up in a couple of minutes here. But
this is just a
teaser. Yeah, a pre-teaser. A pre-teaser for the teaser trailer.
Yeah, totally no prep on this one. We just kind of were like sat down, like, all right, it's time to go.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like it at all. This seems like an incredibly well rehearsed. Here comes the pupper.
Pupperino.
Comes guest number 5 here.
We're getting them all in.
Hey, everybody! That is Manny, newest member of the Markham family. He also loves soy milk, but he also cannot have any.
Cannot drink soy milk.
He would if he could, though. Because he's also a fan of the Silk brands, as a good little boy that he is.
Yeah. But he is not a soy boy.
No, he's not.
Not a soy boy.
Well, there he goes. Wait, there we go.
There we go.
Right. There goodbye, Manny.
Right off.
I got to have him on the show one time. He's a talker. He really is. But, for now...
We'll save that for the philosophical podcast for the people that,
Yeah.
The people that are in the upper echelon of things to talk about.
He's very highbrow, I think.
Yeah, what you use me for is like that springboard. Like I said, use me as
Fair enough, yeah. I mean, he would never talk about Aldi. He has no experience there. He's a Whole Foods dog for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Or a Sprouts dog at minimum,
Yeah, so it probably shops at Nordstrom for clothes.
Not even the rack, just like the actual
Nordstrom,
no,
just
dude.
goes
He orders it from the catalog or something, But he's a boozy ass motherfucker. But yeah, so and here comes George again, also boozy ass motherfucker. I love her to death, man. Look at these. Oh my god, look at the pads. You can't see it in the screen, can you? You see the little muffins? Yes.
Look at the 11 mitts.
God, she's so beautiful. I hope she doesn't die of a tapeworm. It's okay. We're giving her medicine, everybody. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Taking her in tomorrow morning. But anyways, yeah. So I'm back working, and that feels good for me. So I got my validation back in me. I feel like a man again.
Yeah.
I feel built Ford tough. Or Silk tough, as it were. So yeah, it's good. I can't really talk about what I do so much. It's a little classified, but it's good work and pretty flexible. I can come in whenever I want to, and
see, those are benefits right there.
It is, yeah, chill atmosphere, and it pays pretty good, and we're back here, and we're living large. Benny Big Bucks. Benny's Big Talk. Oh yeah, speaking of which, Chris actually named the podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna have an issue with this with lawyers later on or something. Me admitting this, but Chris did give me the name Benny's Big Talk. I was gonna call it some really pretentious bullshit before. I can't remember. It was. I
don't remember what it was.
I remember it was. It was. So I was gonna call it Parallax.
Parallax.
Could
have been Parallax.
Could have been. God, that would have been awful. Because I just exude just pretension and vanity and arrogance already. So if I named my podcast something like that, I would just no one. I would never hear the end of it.
Benny's Big Talk is more inviting. It just,
I think so.
When I think about Benny's Big Talk, it just makes me want to sit back, just open up a little. Just kind of spread myself.
Spread yourself
to new ideas.
For Benny's Big
to new ideas
Talk.
From Benny's Big Talk.
Yeah. I think so.
Because when I think of Benny's Big Talk, I just think of how much it's going to fill me up with knowledge and
silk
soy
milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing
just like sipping back on a little silk from Benny's Big Talk.
I agree. And this is
not sponsored, of course.
Not sponsored at all, except it is. This has been an incredible journey with you, Chris, and thank you for taking this journey with me. This has been like a short little introductory episode with Chris. We're gonna do some more in the future, whenever we got time, because I love hanging out with you, and so
it's always a pleasure. This is a fun environment too. It's very reminiscent of us just sitting in Discord and talking about stuff that we already the stuff we already do. But
the stuff that we do,
the more personal level. I can sit there, I can look at how handsome Benny is, and see him just swig back on that silk milk, and nice? It makes me feel warm and fuzzy.
I think so. Yeah, me too.
But yeah, it's great. It's been a great journey so far, and I'm very excited that we're gonna ride this through to the end.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
we're gonna go to the grave together.
That's right. Ride or die, baby.
Yeah.
Ride and die.
Ride
then die. Ideally.
Yeah.
Would be good.
Yeah.
Like immediately, which hopefully will happen after I finish drinking my silk soy milk, which I'm allergic to.
Certainly could. I mean, hopefully you're good for dinner.
I'm good for dinner. I think I'm about ready for dinner. I had a big lunch, but I think we're about ready to go.
Yeah, I could go for a good Japanese meal. Yeah, I know we're wrapping it up here.
Japanese meal.
Yeah, succulent Japanese meal. I know we're wrapping it up, but let me just say that Japanese food is going to be a whole lot better than the hospital hamburger I had today.
I think it will.
It was pretty good for a hospital hamburger, but only hits the spot so much.
Next time we got to talk about your work, because I was going to ask you about, I want to see some stories, some wild shit that you've seen, things like that, But Chris works in the hospital. He works with the sanitization of medical tools.
Sterile processing.
Sterile processing, that's what it's called.
Work in surgery.
Yeah. And I bet you've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Well,
very, very rewarding, fulfilling.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think it
is?
Have you found it to be is this where you want to go? Do you think you make a career out of this?
I mean, it certainly could. I'm doing well enough where I'm, paying my bills. And have a little bit of disposable income. And
you see a little future in it too, because you want to get into sales, right? Yeah.
I mean, that is a good avenue.
Yeah.
It is a good avenue. There's all kinds of things you can do. It's just
absolutely.
Just a matter of building the resume, making the connections. But I could definitely stay in this too, and there's still paths and avenues that would be just fine to go through. So
yeah, no, I think it's been great for you. just sometimes you fall into the career that's going to work for you just kind of by happenstance, accidentally. I certainly didn't think I'd be where I am today. 5-10 years ago, I had no idea.
Being a successful podcaster.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not a career for everyone, but for me, I think it's the right path.
I think it is. Yeah.
I
ironically think it is. I think I hope the viewers and listeners feel the same way.
Yeah,
I hope as the podcast grows and
3 viewers and 6 listeners, and
with each view, they learn a little bit more about Benny.
Yeah,
why I love him so much.
Get a little more
why
terrified
I enjoy spending
time
with Benny. Because you're gonna be one of those virtual friends. People are gonna turn you on and gonna be like, Benny's my virtual friend. He's my e-friend.
Oh yeah, they're gonna make an AI Benny.
Yeah, they might.
That tells them that they love him. I tried to get. Never mind.
That's gonna be a Patreon cut here.
Yeah. This is gonna be just for the premium subscribers for the after hours, discussion. We'll get to that one later. For
Benny's talk after dark.
Oof, yeah. We'll have to add that. But for now, for all you non-paying subscribers, this has been my friend Chris. I didn't actually ask you if I could say your name because my last guest did not want me to use his name. But I just went ahead and said your name, and I just did not ask you for consent at all for that. But I mean, I'm assuming that it's okay, especially because one of every 4 guys you see in America are named Chris. So it's it could be any one of them.
It certainly could be, yeah. But the face is already attached to it, so.
Yeah, it's kind of like
We're in a day and age where the identifying info is just very easy. People just see me and be like, yeah,
what are you doing? I should have told Brick, my friend from last time, that it was they see your face. I love you, man. If they see your face, they're gonna know where you are, Brick, and what your name is.
Well, next time we'll do it. We'll wear masks or something. Maybe we could do like
a gimp suit.
I was going for more
Like a shiesty?
Like Venetian kind of,
yeah, Little Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
We're going to do a Little Eyes Wide Shut episode special.
You're still taking it back to a sexual place. First you said gimp place, and then I was going for an actual classy Venetian mask, and then you brought it back to Eyes Wide Shut. Some Freudian undertones.
I said nothing. Your mind took you there yourself.
Sometimes a mask is just a mask.
Yeah, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you fuck the mask.
Yeah, sometimes
the mask fucks you.
See, I was told we can't say these words, but
No, okay. So the rule is you can't say fuck in the first 30 seconds of the.
We're in the clear then.
Yeah, but then you can't say it excessively.
But you did say it a handful of times just now, but
yeah, it was not excessive.
Okay.
Would you say it's excessive? It's not like Wolf of Wall Street here.
I don't think it's for us to decide. I think it's for the platforms that you're posting on to decide.
I'm not going to give me any money anyways. Only Silk sponsors me. So
Silk and the Patreon.
Silk is good with me. Yeah, that's right. So I mean, there are a few words that you can't say.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there's a list.
There are a few like literal no-nos.
Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty that are immediate hard no's that are just like
hard, but yeah, I mean, and so you definitely, but if you say fuck a little bit, that's okay. That's all right.
Okay,
that's fine. Say shit, that's okay. Just basic stuff. I mean, we're not gonna.
Well, are you treading on excessive now?
Shit. Hey man, I guess this is our cue to
experimental
to sign off
podcast
before we verge on excessive.
I can't wait to see how we convene and push the limits for the non-teaser episode that we're doing.
We're pushing the envelope, man. Yeah, this is just the
when I get the full Benny's talk.
They're not ready, man. They're not ready.
Yeah. Well, it has been an honor. I do appreciate you having me on.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, Chris. This has been fun, and I appreciate you coming. And hopefully, this is the first of many. Chris Eyes Wide Shut themed episodes.
Yeah, I cannot wait to come again and again. Sometimes you need a little recharge between.
Yeah, there's sometimes. I mean, the refractory period for our episodes may be, a few weeks, maybe even months. But
could be less.
It could be hours. But we'll always come back.
Get a little food in us and come back.
Yeah, for round 2, man.
Yeah,
round 3, 4. See where it goes.
Yeah. Pleasure.
Oh yeah, a little sip.
Yeah.
One more sip.
One more toast to the viewer.
Toast. To you.
To you.